Travis McPherson here, MMA Weekly with King Mo Lawal, former Strikeforce champion. How you doing, man?
Man, you know me, just chilling, man. Out here in Seattle, just relaxing, dog. My boys fighting tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? Two of my boys, D. Brun, Derek Brunson, and my boy Jason, the Dope Fiend High. You know what I'm saying? He fighting, so it's gonna be a good day tomorrow. You know what I'm saying?
So you're doing some corner work, and you told me that you've actually been cornering people for quite a long time. This is not your first rodeo ride.
Nah, man. The crazy thing is, I've been around MMA for a while. I just really never really got involved. I was involved, but I never started really doing it until I started fighting. But I cornered my boy Jeff Lindsay when I was in college. I was a sophomore in college in like 2000, and he fought Eves Edwards. We went down to Houston with him. I actually was his coach. You know what I'm saying? His cornerman and everything, and I cornered him against these Edwards. I actually cornered him against this guy named, I think, Romy Aram or Aram Rome. I think I seen his name forward or backwards. I don't know. But Romy Aram or Aram Romy in King of the Cage back in 2000, 2001. So I've cornered him for a while, a few fights. So he's my boy, Jeff Lindsay, out of Oklahoma, out of Edmond, Oklahoma.
Now, you're a student of the game. I mean, you've never let your opinion not be heard. As far as being a cornerman, how much do you impose like your thoughts and your process on the fighter versus what they're maybe good at? Do you try to give them things that you see that are working or not working for them, or do you just try to make them feel good about the game plan they're already doing?
A little bit of both. Because if the game plan's working, hey, I might be like, hey, good job, and throw something else in there. Try this too to keep these, stay ahead of the curve. Because you give a good game plan, and then the guy can make adjustments, and you could be in trouble. But I like to, I'm not trying to change anybody's style, you know what I'm saying, because I'm not his coach, but at the same time, I'll throw some suggestions out there, and then if you're doing something wrong, I'm like, hey, don't do this. I try to stay calm and keep it cool in the corner.
Now, we didn't think that it would happen this soon, but you're now officially a Zuffa employee. How did that come to be? What did you think about that when you heard about that? And tell us what it's like.
It came to be because Strikeforce got bought by Zuffa. 1, 2. I don't know a difference because I'm getting paid still to fight. I'm fighting still in the cage, and that's about it, man. Nothing changed for me.
Well, when you heard about it, were you surprised at all, or was it something you were expecting?
I would be surprised if there was like, hey, Zuffa purchased Strikeforce and y'all ain't getting paid, but 2 weeks later. To me, it's not a difference. Like, as long as I'm still getting fights, it's not a big deal to me, man. As long as I'm still employed, still getting fights, that's all that matters. And
you're not necessarily excited about the potential of super fights? Like, is there anyone in the UFC that you'd like to get it on with?
Whoever, man. I'll fight them all. You know what I'm saying? Just I don't really care. Man, I just want to get paid. You know what I'm saying? Like, there are a lot of good fighters. You got people like John Jones out there. I like to fight him. We got Rampage. I like to fight him. You got a lot of good fighters out there in the 205. You know what I'm saying? Even the guys in Strikeforce, I love to fight Fei Zhao again. I love to fight that. I love to fight Dan. That'd be a great fight too. You know what I'm saying? So, in Hodger, the fight with Hodger should be a good fight too. So I just want to fight. You know what I'm saying? I don't care about the name as much. I just want to fight and cash that check.
Now let's talk a little bit about your division in Strikeforce, because it's kind of important. I mean, you've already been to the top, and I know that you want to get back to the top again. But it's kind of like starting over in some ways, because the guy that beat you is no longer the champ. When you see the champion of your division take on a catchweight fight that's not for the title against Fedor, is that something that you approve of? Do you like it? Do you care as a fan? Do you think it's a good fight? What do you think about the whole Fedor versus Henderson?
I don't give a damn, personally. As long as if I win my fights, I get a chance to get the belt back. That's all that matters to me, because I'd fight Fedor at catchweight. I fight Fedor heavyweight. No catchweights for me. I'm like Mayweather. No catchweights. If you want to fight me at heavyweight, I'll fight you heavyweight. But if that's what Dan want to do, that's cool with Dan. You know what I'm saying? More power to him. You know what I'm saying? Because he beats Fedor, it's gonna make me look that much better once I beat him. You know what I'm saying? But I think that's a good fight for Dan and Fedor. You know what I'm saying? I think I'm a big fan of both fighters. I like watching both fight. Dan's one of my favorite fighters, and same as Fedor. You know what I'm saying? I like all fighters, really, but those guys come to fight. So I think it's cool for Dan to get the opportunity to fight a big name and a legend like that. Now,
do you think it maybe diminishes the title at all if, for some strange reason, he loses by knockout or submission or something like that to Fedor?
No, because it ain't 205. Now, if it's a 205, different story. But it's a heavyweight, because people can say it's a catchweight, blah, blah, blah. It's a heavyweight. Anything 206 and up or 207 and up, is heavyweight. You know what I'm saying? 205, 206 is like light heavyweight. So anything above 206 is heavyweight. So they're fighting at what, 220, 225, 230, whatever the weight class is. That's a heavyweight.
So do you feel like if someone has an established record at a different weight class, maybe they're really good at one weight class and they come down or up into another weight class, that those wins should count towards a title shot at another weight class? Do you think they should start all over again?
I really don't know. It just depends. Because if, say, a cat like, at 205 cut down at 185 and beat a bunch of guys at 185 and wants to fight for the belt, as long as he made 185, then he should get a chance to fight for the belt at 185. You know what I'm saying? It's just, if the guy ain't ever made the weight class before, then I think that, he should have to make the weight class a few times before he gets a title shot.
Mm-hmm. So, like, what about someone like Kenny Florian, who just won his 145-pound fight?
Well, Kenny Florian just made the weight, so he's good. You know what I'm saying?
Good to go.
He's good to go. But I'm just saying, like, say Kenny Florian fight a cat at 145, and they fight 155, and the guy's a 145-pound fighter, and Kenny Florian beat him. Well, really, he beat him at 155. It wasn't 145. You know what I'm saying? So I think that if Kenny Florian made weight, he looked good, and he's a beast. You know what I'm saying? So hey, that's my boy, Pimpin' Ken. Get that title shot, dog.
Now, you were a champion at 205, but you spent a lot of your early part of your career fighting heavyweight. You were kind of maybe an undersized heavyweight. Does it make sense to ever go back there anytime real soon when you had a pretty good amount of success at light heavyweight?
It don't matter to me. It matters how much how big the paycheck is at heavyweight. Because to me, man, we fight to win, and we fight to get paid, dog. You know what I'm saying? If I have an opportunity to fight heavyweight, I'll take the fight heavyweight. We fight. We're fighters. We fight to get paid. So whatever weight class you can make and feel good, what difference does it make? Just go fight.
Now, you've never backed down from really any challenge, but recently you made your return to Twitter. Can you kind of tell us about how that happened? I mean, you left Twitter for a while, and then you came back, and some people may not even realize that you're back.
Oh yeah, you can from the cast that know I'm back at King Mo FH, Fight Hype. This is my boy Percy Crawford, and Ben. You know what I'm saying? Big Ben Thompson. They told me to get back on Twitter, and they was like, hey, just get back, and just do what you do. And before I got, I was on it, but it's kind of getting my nerves. I was getting bored with it, and I was having to deal bad with them haters. And it got to the point where I was thinking, like, if I catch one of these motherfucking haters talking, that's talking shit on Twitter and trying to disrespect me over the computer, if I call them face to face somewhere, I'd smash them. And I'd love to see one of these motherfuckers say something in my face. It's easy to talk shit, disrespect somebody via computer, but say it to a dude's face. You know what I'm saying? To me, it's coward. You know what I'm saying? I don't go on my way. You know what I'm saying? If I'm following somebody, I'm following a bunch of rappers like a cat named Fat Pimp out of Dallas. You would never see me hit him up on Twitter and be like, hey, your song is trash. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what he do. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to follow somebody, just disrespect them. And that's what some cats was doing with me. So I just got to the point where I was like, you know what? I'm going to get off of it and leave it alone, man. Because it's getting me the bad, a negative mind frame to where I was, to the point where I was like, if I kiss with motherfuckers, I'm going to fuck them up.
But now you feel like you've got the right mindset to kind of deal with it?
I was like, you know what? People talk, but they ain't fighters, and they just want to be where a lot of fighters are at. You know what I'm saying? So I just block them. I ain't gonna worry about it. I don't waste no time with them.
Now, what do you think about the state of MMA now that Strikeforce and Strikeforce and UFC are under the Zuffa umbrella? Is it good for the sport, bad for the sport, indifferent?
I don't know. I guess we'll see. You know what I'm saying? Right now, it seems like it's good because everything's organized, and I don't know. I guess it might be good. I really don't know. As long as my checks are coming on time, it's good. As long as I get my fights, it's good. Like, I can only speak on myself. I'm getting my fights. I'm getting the fight soon. It's good. We get checks after the fight. It's good. The checks ain't bouncing. It's great.
Let's real quick talk about the recent Strikeforce heavyweight tournament. Who do you think of the four competitors that are left, who wins?
I have no idea, dog. That's why the tournament. Because the thing is, like, with Verdum versus Overeem, you had two guys that, granted, they didn't show what they really had, but you had guys really good at kickboxing versus a grappler who's a real good grappler. And they wanted to keep the fight in their strengths, and both guys were refusing to go another guy's strength. Fabricio took a little bit more risk in Overeem's strength, but he tried to pull the fight to the ground when he could, and Overeem wasn't having it. And then you got Karatanov, who's a tough, so for those cats that don't know how tough Sergey Karatanov is, go YouTube Karatanov versus Daniel Guida, and that's Hita, Daniel Guida, and watch that kickboxing match. Because Guida was putting them things on him, and Sergey was in there taking as much as he could. And then, you got Josh Barnett, who's a monster, and you got Bigfoot, who's another beast. So, I don't know. It's going to come down to who has the best day when they meet.
Now, your next fight coming up, you're getting in there with a legendary last name. What do you think about that?
That's cool. Nothing, just a fight. I'm saying? I'm doing my gi work. I've been training the gi. I've been doing my thing, and I'm not worried about where the fight goes. I'm comfortable where the fight goes, and that's it. I'm saying I'm looking to fight. I'm looking to fight and win the fight, and looking for the fight to be an exciting fight as well. So I'm not, last names is last names.
Mm-hmm.
Like, if my last name was Ali, would it make a difference? You know what I'm saying?
Might as well be.
I'm not worried about who he is. I respect what he can do because he's the best grappler in the world. Mm-hmm. And I have a lot of respect for that. At the same time, it's MMA. It's not grappling.
Now, if you get this win, do you think you deserve a title shot?
That's up to the people in the Zuffa, Strikeforce. I hope so, but I wouldn't mind fighting another time before that. I just want to get these fights in.
You got any props or anything you want to shout out? Any special websites or sponsors or anything?
Oh yeah, man! MMA Elite is going down. My boy Mike DeSaldo with the bracelet synergy. You know what I'm saying? Bracelets is going down. Fight Hype, Percy, Ben, what's up? My boys in Suriname, Andy Risty. My people out there in Holland, Master Hari, Jamie Ferrier, Ivana Selsing, and my boy Greg Brown and Tyrone Spawn, what's up, man? And all my cats in Dallas, you know what I'm saying? Triple D, Oak Cliff, you know what I'm saying? Big Spliff, Sam Feezy, and then my cats, Twin, and my boys out there in the Metroplex, Ace, Daywalker, Catfish Craig, Peanut, what's going down, man? I had to, give y'all a shout out. And Bull, my assistant.
All right. Once again, this is Travis with MMA Weekly saying what's up to King Mo as he says what's up to his peeps.
Already, man. King Mo. It's going down. At King Mo FH. Holler at me down on Twitter.